Say true God.
Seriously? Say true God.
God. Always. Say true God.
Seriously? Say true God.
God. We're back. Say true God. Them yarns.
Say true God.
God. Always. Say true God. Them yarns.
Say true God.
Hello. Say hello to my little friend. His name is Aaron Negus. He's your co-host for tonight. I'm repping my deadly shirt tonight because you keep putting me on Instagram and TikTok. So it's like I gotta stop dressing like a hobo. Every video I've got like my hoodie over my head. When I had like my hoodie on, I was like you could barely see my eyes. I'm like,
yeah.
This woman, she keeps putting me on the internet. I gotta start looking respectable for the internet. So
Don't try and dress up and outdress me because you don't want to play that game, all right?
I'll get a suit out. I don't care.
Next minute, both of us styling up for this Gammon podcast. Okay, so Negus is repping his dad Aboriginal shirt. And that was such a dad intro, by the way. Such a dag. Like a daggy dad.
I'm getting better.
Say hello to my little friend. It's like such a dad thing.
Yep.
Love that. And I mention it because I want to talk about bloody kids this episode. I am catching up from sleep from the last couple of, I'm being dramatic. It was about 2 weeks ago. I babysat my nephew for the first time, but I'm still catching up on sleep. I'm not even joking. He's 8 months old. So, babysat. Brother, how do parents do it? How do they do it all day, every day? How do you do the baby thing?
I'm not entirely sure. Your body has this weird thing where it does it and then you forget about it and you're like, oh, that wasn't that hard.
Yeah,
let's do it again.
What do you mean? No way, bro. Let me tell you, he is only 8 months. He's super cute. It was only like for the night, so it was overnight, and I had his little bassinet, little porter thing there, and he's kind of he's on saucy milk and bottle, so he's doing both. But he's obviously not having saucy milk here because I only got powder milk here, so. Sunshine tin milk, nah. He is he's got his little formula and stuff. So and he's eating like, a little bit of food or whatever. So he was right. Like we kicked back, watched like Moana, Miss Rachel. By the way, your kids are out of that period of Miss Rachel.
Yeah.
You don't know what you've missed out on.
I don't know who she is.
You don't even know who she is.
No, I've seen seen a thing like, oh, Miss Rachel's doing something for Palestine or something.
Yeah,
like, oh, that's cool. But
okay. So Miss Rachel is like crack for children. I'll just say this. So remember, you and I maybe like when we were in high school. Like my brother was a baby. So in his generation, it was the Teletubbies.
Yeah.
So, and then there was like Dora. Your kids are probably like a Dora or Wiggles. Yep. There was some generation. Now my nephew's generation is Miss Rachel. And
Miss Rachel.
Yeah, she's this American woman. So she's this white woman and she dressed, she's like, hello. Like that's how she talks.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is. There's got to be some science behind this woman, whether it's like her voice tone or what kind of magic she's got going on. But when I tell you, there's literal videos. Go on TikTok, go wherever you go to watch your reels. Miss Rachel says, hello. And kids they just smile instantly. They stop crying.
Wow.
Instantly. And when he was, my nephew was crying the other week, I was like, I've got to bring out the Miss Rachel. Put on Miss Rachel, silence. I'm like, what is this black magic? Yeah.
That's crazy.
She's unreal, but I didn't get much sleep. I will say that. And I love my sleep. I'm a big advocate for naps. And I did not get very much sleep that night.
Yeah. I will say, if you love sleep, if you're one of the sleepy neuros, babies aren't for you because that you don't get any. I think one of my 3 slept pretty good. The other 2 not so good. So that was a nightmare.
How do people do it? Because he was in his little bassinet when I put him in his bassinet and I got him to sleep. I was like, Auntie of the year, bro. I'm telling you, right? Like, who wants me to put their child to sleep? Because I will do it. I am the legend of the week because I could put a baby to sleep, right?
Yeah, okay.
And he lasted about an hour in his bassinet and then he was crying. So I was like, oh, Jesus. But in that hour, I quickly had a shower and I had a quick little feed because, I had to grab the food, have a shower, and then I was like, all right, then he'll be like, and then he woke up as soon as I'd like done those things. I was like, I just wanted to like lay down. Anyway, he was fussing throughout the night, and the only way he would really sleep was like if he was on my chest. But that I can't. Okay, I don't have a man. I don't have anyone touching me at night. There's nothing. There's no one touches me, and that's the way I like it. My dogs, sometimes when they sleep with me, that's it. Having skin on me, someone's skin on me, like he's on my chest, and babies like absorb the heat, and then they like love it. So I've got like essentially a little hot water bottle on top of me. Yeah. So I was nap trapped for like most of the night, just sweating, and then I was freaking out, bro, because I'm thinking, is this baby like, is he allowed to sleep on me? He seems to be fine. Is he okay? I'm Googling, right, with one finger in my, like the hand while he's trying not to wake this baby up. Can a baby sleep on my chest? Like this is the stuff that people take for granted, all right? I don't know about this life. I don't know about it.
Yeah, Google is probably one of the best things and the worst things that you can have as a parent because
100%.
Your kids have brain cancer. It's the worst thing to do.
It was bad because he sleeps he likes to sleep on his stomach, and then you hear you can't let him sleep on their stomach, and then I'm like, well, what is it then? Because he seems to be okay. Anyway, I'd put him back in his bassinet like through the night. I'm like, okay, like he seems to be like sleep. Put him back in. And he slept for a bit, and I must have got some rest, okay, because I was like just not, when you're so tired, so you're just closing your eyes. But I must have slept, but then in the middle of the sleep, I've woken up in like a dead, like awake, and I've like tapped him on his back just to see if he was breathing.
Yeah. That's parent life.
How do parents do this? Because, there's so many stories of like SIDS and all sorts of stuff. So I'm just like, I can't let that happen on my watch. Like imagine, you know what I mean? So I didn't sleep a wink. So hats off to the parents, mainly the women.
Hats off to the parents. Mostly the women. They I'm not going to lie.
I'm sorry, because like most of these women
reason why my kids are still alive today.
Yeah, because most women have to susu milk feed while they're trying to sleep and not roll on the baby, and then they've got to listen to them like the husband who's either kicked out by this stage, he's in another room, right? That's generally what happens, or he's snoring, or awake and everyone's awake, and we're just like trying to get the baby to sleep.
I was deaf.
Yeah,
I'm
see,
deaf,
you're
so it didn't
right.
matter to me. I didn't snore back then because I used to be skinny.
Yeah, true.
So that's fine. It depends on which kid you get. So our first one, she was not a sleeper.
Oh God.
It was horrible. You have to sit there like sneak your hand into the cot and like pat her on the back.
Yeah, right.
Until she went to sleep, or pat her on the stomach, whatever you're patting.
Yep.
And then like when she was asleep, like just leave your hand there.
Slowly do it and
then
pull
just
away.
like slowly and then like crawl. You had the arm to crawl out because if you were above in her eyesight, even though she was asleep, she'd sense it.
No.
And she'd like open her eyes up like those horror movies. It's like, and you're like, oh no. And I'm like, here we go. We need to get back and start all over again.
Oh my God. Because I was debating that the other week, right? He said he's nap trapped me. I'm underneath this 8-month-old. He's controlling my entire life. And he's got a little snotty nose, so he's small snoring in my face. And I'm like, oh my God. So, and by the way, I sleep with 2 fans on at night. Okay. I had no fan on because I didn't want to make him sick.
Yeah.
So I'm hearing absolutely everything. There's no white noise for me. I'm hearing a snotty nose. I'm nap trapped. I'm hot. So I'm like, how is this? So I got him to sleep, and then I'm thinking, okay, what if I just get up and put him in his bassinet, and then I can have a little bit of sleep? And I don't sleep on my back, so my back's sore at this point. So anyway, I go, and then I'm thinking, but if he doesn't go down, I got to start this whole thing all over again. And there was one thing I did try one time to put him in the bassinet, and he started up, and I was like, God damn it. That was it.
Yep.
So back in the thing. But the things you take for granted, right, as like, because I'm a single person, and I'll talk about why I didn't choose children, but the things that you take for granted as just like having no children, like just being able to lay on your side and not on your back with a child on you. It's like, oh my God, to lay on my side for like an hour was like the greatest thing.
Yeah.
So I I honestly think parenting, and especially being a mother, when a child needs so much of you and physically, emotionally, they depend on you, is just the hardest job in the world.
Yep.
And I couldn't do it. I haven't done it.
Hats off to the mums.
And the
Shout
dads.
out.
There's a lot of dads that do it, but like realistically, women birth the children. The kids need the sussy milk. There's only so much a dad can do.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
right.
Why did you become a dad?
So I don't know if your mum or dad told you, but when a little baby bee loves a little,
Ew.
you know.
I've made lots of honey, but none of those little bees, so that's a good time.
No, so I think I don't know what my internal monologue
Yeah.
is. I've just always it's always been something that I thought would happen.
Okay. But was it something you craved though? Were you like,
Yeah. I
Yeah,
always
okay.
thought that was going to be a thing. Like it was never not an option. Even when I was my first proper relationship was only like 18. We were talking about it. I was like, yeah,
what's with black fellas in that yarn?
I don't know.
Because I feel like our black men are like, yeah. And I've been with some fellas and they've already had kids. They're like, yeah, I'll have more kids. Yeah, I'd have more kids. And I'm like, you're crazy, bro. Like, don't. And they look at me like I'm a freak because I don't want kids. I'm like, no.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it is. It's just, I don't know if the science behind it is, but yeah, I've always been like, yeah, I want a bunch. I think I said
Bunch.
7, and we got to
Jesus.
3.
Would
So-
you have had 7 if you were allowed to?
Ah, yeah, for sure.
What the hell? I don't know. What's the benefits of this? What are well, Father's Day is coming up. That's a good benefit. But what else?
Yeah, no. I think the thing about Father's Day is I had never celebrated it properly until 15 years ago.
Yeah.
So I had no idea. I was like, oh yeah, this is. Obviously, I just knew it was the same as like Mum's Day for the man, but I was like, oh, yeah, this is pretty cool. So I still forget about it all the time. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I honestly have no idea what my internal processes are or why I thought that's what I wanted to do. But I guess it's just what I wanted to do, and still what I want to keep doing.
Oh my God. So you grew up with a single mum. Was that part of it, do you think, because your dad wasn't around? So you were like, I want to be a dad to somebody one day. Was that something that ever came up?
No, not really. I think we had such a big extended family when I grew up. So even though it was just me and my brother and mum in the house, there's always, we had lots of people live with us while we were there. We're always at families' houses, like it was rarely just us 3
Yeah.
in that space. So I think I've always been around big families, and that just became the norm for me. I'm the eldest of the eldest, I guess. So I was like, yeah, but yeah, I don't know why and it's not particularly about being like a dad. I think it's just like when people are like, oh, do you want to have kids? I'm like, yeah, of course. Like, I definitely want to do that. I definitely want to be involved in that family atmosphere. So I think for me, I'm communal, right?
Mhm.
Like I'm not good alone. I'm not, if I was living your life, I'd probably need a mental institution. Like I can't do that. I don't even like.
What's wrong with my life? God damn it!
No, I mean for me, like that.
Yeah.
I
Just
couldn't
being
think
on
of
your
anything. Just being on my own. Like I didn't even like traveling for work. I'd be like,
Oh my
oh,
God.
this is horrible, Like whereas when she travels for work, she's like, oh, this is such a nice relief, getting away from everybody, have like a room to myself and
Yeah.
stuff. Whereas I'm like I'm bored.
Yeah. Is
know,
that
I
a
think
woman
maybe-
thing though? Like not just a mother thing, but is that a woman thing of we just crave our own, like, especially mums though, like crave your own time with no one needing you. You have the whole bed to yourself.
No, the other dads on my footy team, we talked about it because a few of us travel for work, and they're like, "Oh, it's so good, I just go have a beer and
okay.
blah blah." I'm like,
But you
yeah,
just get bored out of your brain.
yeah. Like I'll go for a run, or I'll doom scroll for 17 hours. Like it's yeah. And I think that might be part of it, right? Like I'm a communal person. I need to have people around me, or so
Yeah.
I don't function. So I guess that's part of it.
Yeah, interesting. And it's funny because, like, I guess all of us grew up with uncles that were like dads. So we all had a father figure if we didn't have our dads around. Like, my dad was kind of in and out. So, but I always had like those uncles that were the dad figure. And I think I always grew up seeing my cousins and my aunties and stuff all have kids. So from a young age, I was like, I don't want to do this because there was just always like kids around. Now I think about it, I think I would have been literally about 12 I reckon about 12 years old when I could come to the senses of like, I don't want to have children. And I remember telling my mum, like when I was around that age, like I'm not having kids. And then she goes, yes, you know, it was always the yes, you will. You'll change your mind.
Yep.
And then you tell people as you're getting older, like, no, I'm not going to have kids. And I remember telling you, I remember telling lots of people going, I'll never have children. Like I'm not having kids. And people trying to go, oh, just wait, you haven't met the right person yet. You know, like that might change when you actually meet a guy that you love and rah. I will say there was a conversation once or twice with a guy that I was dating and we was, you know, talking about it and for his sake, because he was talking about he wanted children. And I was like, this was my reply. Really? This was my face. Really?
Yeah.
And I said, well, you want to hurry it up because I'm pushing like 40 soon. And this is ages ago, but I was like, you know, the later the age for the woman, blah, blah, blah. I said, if we're going to have a kid, you're looking after it. That was literally what I said. And he's like, well, and I said, no, I'm not looking at it. If you want the child, you'll be getting up, you'll be feeding it. I'm not doing anything. And he's like, you can't not do that. Like you're the mother. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, this baby's for you, so you got to look after it.
I think a few things, okay, people make fun of it, but I think I talked about it on the podcast before. I don't like pregnancy. So like the thought of pregnancy for me, anyone who knows me, like I'm dramatic as it is. So imagine me pregnant.
Yeah. I don't think that would be fun for you or your partner.
Or anyone around me in society. Like I'm taking out the pregnancy on everybody.
Yes, you definitely would.
Yeah, it's not. And also I'm probably going to be so entitled. Like I'm not picking up anything.
Yeah. It wouldn't just be move, I'm black. It's like move, I'm pregnant.
Move, I'm black and pregnant. Like move. Yeah, no, it couldn't happen. I really don't like the thought of like something growing inside of me that for some reason is like too much for my brain to comprehend. And I cannot handle screaming babies and children. Like I just cannot. And the constant someone talking at you, I know what it is. It's now it's neurodivergence. It is 100% neurodivergence for me, and my sensory issues and the need to like have quiet, no one touching me, like just get. And I have a very short fuse because of the ADHD and because of being a black woman. So I just am like, all of those things combined with also my love of sleep. I'm completely selfish. I love my own money. I love my sleep. I love my time. I love my quiet. And I've never wanted that disrupted.
That's becoming like a more normal opinion, right? Like you'd probably get burned at the stake if you'd said that, you know.
Even when I was 14 though, I was getting burned at the stake as a black kid, like as a girl too, like a teenage girl. Nah, you're going to have kids because it was so normal. And it is very like normal in our society that women just have kids and, when are you going to have kids? When are you going to have kids? And it's just I don't know. When you tell people you're not having kids, people are just like, oh, but who's going to look after you when you're old? That's my favorite one.
Yeah.
And I just say my money. My money's going to look after me. I don't want any of you. Like imagine that. You raise kids all your life, but expecting that they might look after you. Just a chance that they might look after you. There's no guarantees.
I think when we were having the discussion, we had one and the first one was didn't sleep and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't know if we're going to have two here. Like this is going to be, and people joke about it. Like for some reason, women can go through this crazy, horrible experience. And they're like, oh.
Yeah.
Like they see the baby, they're holding the baby like, oh, this is so wonderful. And like it's like there's got to be like a smell or there's some sort of chemical that the baby has.
Yeah.
And when you're holding the baby, it's like, oh, this is amazing. This is all worth it. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, that's cool. This is the best, you know. I'll never love anybody like I love you, et cetera, et cetera. And so even though she went through that whole experience, she was like, oh, yeah, we'll have another one.
If I could do this pain again and there's no, I don't understand it.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It's bananas to
the
me.
amount of women who, like we've spoken to, obviously when you're a parent, sometimes that's all you talk about is your kids, and it can be exhausting. But with the amount of people I've heard of, like, you know, Oh, it's just a nightmare, but you know, I love them and I'll do it again.
That
It's like
maternal. Oh,
you're voluntarily signing up for, well, you know, for the woman, it's you know, like months of
oh, don't
discomfort, and then and then once that
sacrifice.
discomfort's over, it's a whole
Yeah.
another different level of discomfort. So, I do want to quickly say, obviously, this is a privilege that you know
Yeah.
we could talk about this because we know that some people don't have that ability, even though they want to.
Yeah.
So,
And
I understand
that's
that's a sensitive thing for people
definitely.
who, yeah,
And that's why I hate when people go, "Oh, when are you having kids?" Because you don't know anyone's story. Like,
yeah, yeah,
I don't know if I can have kids or not. Who knows? I've
yeah,
never been tested for it. I always figure I'm like, if I was going to get pregnant, probably would have got pregnant by now. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But
yeah.
I
That's right.
haven't, thank God. But there are people out there that really want that. And then when people are like, "Oh, when are you having kids?" Then you just don't know what people are going through. And
Exactly.
now that we know things are, especially around endometriosis and all these types of things, like people really try so hard to have a child because that maternal like instinct to want to have a kid is so strong for a lot of women. I never got it. I just never did.
Yeah.
And so I'm lucky about that I don't want children and never had that pull. Whereas some women, really have it and it can't happen. And for men as well. So
Yeah.
it is I take my hat off to people that do, the journeys of IVF and all sorts
Yeah.
of stuff to try and do it because, in the end, they love that kid so much and it's amazing. Like for me, I could never even think about it personally. And for some reason, it's just like people just can't fathom like a woman who doesn't want a child.
1 in 4 women will actually not have children.
Yeah. I like those
Like
odds
1 in
for
4
me.
in Australia. Like that's like, like we're talking when you talk to people and say that and like, oh, that's crazy. But
Yeah.
only 3 of every 4 women are actually going to have babies, and a lot of that is by choice, not
Yeah.
by medical reasons. Like, and so I know some of Mel's nieces have said, well, at least one has said, no, I'm
Yeah.
not going to have kids.
This new generation seems to be like that. They're very much, I don't know if it's the selfishness of that generation
Yeah.
of like, ew, I don't want that. Like, but I remember everyone kind of in our generation was always like, yeah, I'll have kids. And it was very like an open discussion where my
Yeah.
niece now who's 17, she just turned 18. She's like, I'm not having kids. And I know she means it because she's from that generation.
Even my kids, we have that conversation already, like talking about, like, oh, blah, 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 one of them's like, I don't know if I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, it's a lot of sacrifice for people because you got to dedicate your life to this little human, and I think also like I've raised my brother, so that is like I've had the caring for somebody else, caring for a child without having to do that myself. I've never had the maternal, that thing that you was talking about when women are holding the baby and they're like, oh my God. Or they look in the pram and they go, oh my God, that's such a cute baby. And people do it to my nephew all the time and I'm like, in the stroller or whatever with him. And I just don't have it. Like I can look at, I
still get it.
You still have it. See, I can look at my nephews and nieces and my family and I'm like, oh my God, you're so cute. Love you, love you, love you. But I don't go enough to go, oh my God, I really want one. It just doesn't happen. That little TikTok, whatever that little like maternal tickety tock that a woman's supposed to have, didn't get it, doll.
I'm even like, I mean, I'm old now. It's all dried up and whatever. But like when we have a little like
Stop it.
creche thing at our gym. So like when the mums come and work out, and so the times that I work out are usually like the mum time. So on a Friday, for example, I drop Arnold off at school and I go to the gym after because I have every second Friday off. So it's all the mums that are done school drop off. And so I'll be like stretching, like playing with the baby, like, hello, baby, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, like I don't even think about it. And people are like, oh, you're so good with the kids. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, I'm not doing that for them. know what I mean? Like it's still like a thing in me when I'm seeing like even just like random babies. I'm like,
Yeah.
come here, baby. I'm
I
gonna
know.
squeeze you.
And blackfellas, like, we really go too far with babies. We're like, well, oh, come here, I'm going to bite you. Oh, you're so cute. Look at this baby. Let me squeeze him. Like, why are we got to be violent for as black women? Why are we going to do this?
Yeah.
And blackfellas, give me that kid.
It's
Real,
come
like,
on, bite that
aggressive.
baby.
Oh, look at this
Yeah.
baby. Oh, look at him, little fatto. Like, why do we
Yeah.
talk like that? Like,
I'm pretty sure there is a science behind it. Like it's like the biting thing. I'm pretty sure there's. I'm not a scientist, obviously, but
this is how we go
pretty
with
sure
kids.
there's science. Yeah.
Look
Yeah,
at this
exactly.
kid. I'll push him over. Push him over.
Yeah.
Do you even
It's
love a
okay.
baby if you don't speak violently to it? That's terrible.
Yeah,
But you know what
even
I'm
love
saying.
a baby if you don't. Like, oh, look at these chubby cheeks. I'm going to grab the chubby cheek.
Did you know, speaking of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander babies, did you know since 2020, there has been apparently 14,605 Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander mothers that have just given birth?
Wow.
Yeah, man. That's a lot. That is
That
a
is
lot.
a lot.
Representing 8.6% of all births.
Yeah.
God
We,
damn, in 2023.
Blackfellas overrepresent when it comes to having kids, and I think I might have said this. Like, we're one of the few groups of people who are like doing our bit for Australia. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
We really be populating. And the biggest one, do you want to know where in 2023? 5,261 babies, Aboriginal and Torres Strait
Brisbane.
Islander. No, New South Wales. Friggin' Corys, all having
Corries.
little dories around. Far
Yeah.
out. Come on now. You know
That's
when
all-
that was in
'cause they
October.
Yeah, it's because they
The
have two
knockout.
Corey knockouts. They have one big Corey knockout and they have another one just to make sure the babies keep coming through.
Honestly, New South Wales is I don't know. No more Corys, please. Can we stop on the nut, Gavin? That's terrible. That's a lot. But it was good. It was really nice to babysit my nephew. But I don't know if I could do it every weekend.
No, the thing I love about babysitting is you can give them back.
Oh, bro.
You know, that's the one thing you don't get to do when they're yours.
No.
You know.
And I've got it's bad enough that he's got a little high chair here now at my house.
Yeah.
I've got a baby seat in the back of my car, which is not doing anything for my single life. I can tell you right now. Roll up beside a fella at the lights, and he looks
Yeah.
at me, and I look at him. Then he looks at the baby seat, and he's like, "Yeah, nah," like speeds off. It's a Budu block for me, but that's fine. It's nice, but to just be able to love you, bye.
Yeah.
Bye. Yeah. And you know what? I had a sister girl she got pregnant last year. She just turned 40, first child,
Oh.
and didn't know she was pregnant until she was
Yeah.
about 6 months.
Oh.
Bro, 40 years. She was 39 turning 40. She's now 40 and has a baby, literally around, or just maybe a bit younger than my nephew. She's about 6 months old.
Yeah,
that
that's
is
deadly.
my literal nightmare, getting pregnant and not knowing that I was pregnant.
What's that thing called when that that happens for the whole pregnancy? Isn't it? There's a word for it.
Oh, it's called a nightmare. I don't know.
No, it's an actual thing where women are
Yeah, it is.
pregnant and they don't know until
And
the
they
baby
don't
comes
know.
out.
That's pretty much what happened to her, but she found out when she was 6 months. And the only reason she found out is because she had to go for a medical for work. And
Yeah.
they're like, oh, there's no chance she'd be pregnant. She's like, nah, but you can do the test, whatever. And they're like, yeah, we'll just test. Next minute. Oh,
That's crazy.
bruh. So I got another. By the way, why do people make me a godmother? Knowing that
Well,
I'm
'cause-
not the mothery guy. Why?
Mate, I think it might be because if you're not going to have kids, if something happens to them, they
What,
know
I got
that
space.
Yeah, you got space. They're like, well, she's not going to have any competing. It's just the kids and the dogs, and the dogs
Oh
will
my
love the kid,
God.
and the kid will love the dog. So
Far
that's a
out.
good idea.
I've literally got 4 godchildren.
Might have to talk to Mel about adding another 3 to it, make it 7.
No. I've told all of my friends who asked me to be a godparent. That's so nice. It is such a privilege. I've got all these godchildren. Lovely, lovely, love that. But traditionally, if we're talking proper godparent, if something happens to you, I'm not raising them. Don't look at me with they're going to Auntie Callie because nah, brah. I'm retiring nicely in Italy, okay? That's my dream. I don't know what y'all will be doing over here, but I won't be doing that.
Well, that's the thing I was talking. So some of our friends are child-free by choice.
Yeah.
And we were speaking to 2 of them, and they're 50, nearly 50. Like, yeah,
What are they
we've been
doing?
they're like, oh, we've been looking at whether we could retire. I was like, retire? I'm like, yeah, we're thinking maybe like Greece. I'm
Oh
like,
my God.
what the? And so,
Yeah.
and then another one of our close friends, they're not ready to retire yet, but she's like, oh yeah, I can work anywhere. So, we might just go, live in Bali or go blah, blah, blah. And, try to find a job somewhere and, just sell up here and then go move over there. I'm like, yeah, it does have its benefits, like I can see why
really
that lifestyle
does.
would appeal to some people. Yeah, I think being a parent probably they can be the most annoying people in the world, but also it's there's some random drug that they give off that means you love them regardless, and it ranges from like the most angry I can be to the most loving I can be. That's the range of emotions I experience as a parent.
They test you. So no regrets having kids?
No,
Yeah.
I'd still pump them out if she let me.
Ew, I don't have any regrets of not having kids. The one thing too that I really hate about parents is that it really does change friendships. Like,
it does.
And
yeah, I'm a completely different person. I was a maniac. I probably needed to have kids, or else I would have died.
Yeah, it can actually change people for the better, but also it's annoying when people have kids and they're like, can I bring the kid? And I'm like, can you not though? Like, can you have it like an adult conversation? Because then what happens is you have you're trying to have, brunch. And let me just put this straight. I don't tend to reach out to my friends with kids because I know they have a busy ass life. They're doing their thing and, weekends are family time and all the rest. So I respect all of that. But when people reach out to me and they're like, hey, let's catch up. And I'm like, okay. And then we catch up and then your kid's running amok while we're trying to have the catch up. I really like the mums and the dads that are like, come here, see that? Take that outside now and I'm talking to your auntie. That's the type of the parents I love. The ones that just let the kids climb on them and then the mums and whoever's getting up and go, sorry, I'll be back in a second. And then you're sitting there with your phone as a single person who's like, and I'm like, why am I here?
Why am I here? Why am I doing this?
And I've sat through many a playground situations with my friends and their kids. And, that's a sacrifice that I do for our friendship. But yeah, the old kids, bro, I don't have any regrets being child free. I'll see though when maybe when I'm like 80 in Italy, I might feel like I need some company or someone to wipe my cheeks and think maybe I should have had a child, but I don't know if that'll happen,
Yeah. No, I don't think I've ever had a moment I was like, I wish I didn't do this. I think that's this is what I wanted to do. This is what I've always wanted to be a dad. I've always wanted to have a family, so pretty happy.
Yeah,
with how things are going.
I'll probably never hear from my friends with kids again, but that's okay.
No. Well, to be fair, parents usually hang out with parents anyway, just because it's easier.
Yeah. Well, good on all of you parents. I take my hat off to you all, especially you mums. Hardest job in the world. You can have it. Not going to budge for it.
Salute to the parents keeping the economy going,
keeping the culture going.
Keeping the culture going. Keeping the culture going. Thank you very much. You're welcome, Black Australia.
Hill that I'm willing to die on.
I don't know if you've heard that, but it's the hill that I'm willing to die on. Shout out to Courage, our unofficial, official producer of Them Yarns, all the way over in New Zealand, for putting that one together for us.
Yeah, that was good.
He loves the hills that we're willing to die on segment, and I thought, we haven't done it for a while, so let's pull out a couple of little hills we're willing to die on. All right. Here's my hill that I'm willing to die on. Reconciliation action plans are a red flag.
We started with a bang.
They're red flags. Okay, and you know what else is a red flag? If you are on LinkedIn and you work for a corporate company and the only time you post about anything black is to do with your rap, you're a red flag.
Yeah, okay, you got me.
Yep.
That's
Raps.
a good one.
Sorry.
I'm with you.
I think they're outdated, brother. Well, I feel like we need to have a rap conversation in this country. I don't know if raps post-referendum, I don't know. I don't know if they've lost their legitimacy, if they just are a massive red flag for gammonness for me.
Yeah, I think the issue is that there's some really good ones and then there's some really gammon ones. And that's what cheapens it.
Performative. I could keep going. I don't know.
Yes.
That's my hill I'm willing to die on. I just think from the setup of them to the actions to we're going to stretch wrap. We're in this phase of our wrap. I don't care what phase you're in, brah. All right? Is it real? Is it real though? All your gamut steps along the way.
Yeah.
What stage you're in. It sounds like a whole like medical situation you're in of what stage of the wrap you're in. Like, no, just get out of my life. There's a lot of gammon ones out there. I've seen them. I've sat on like wrap boards before. I've done that. Yeah. And look, don't get me wrong. There's some that can be genuine. I get it. It's just the structure of them. Like these things didn't exist a couple of years ago. And if they didn't, we wouldn't have a lot of things right in place for a lot of companies. And I understand that and I get
There's
that.
been some good things. There's
been some good things out of them. They just give me big red flag vibes though these days for a lot of companies when if that's their only point of view, if they go straight to we've got a wrap, like it's giving desperate to be seen vibes. And I don't know how I feel about it. And some of the wrap artworks, get out of my life, bro. Or get out of my entire life. I will die on that hill at some of them gammon wrap. Like they just go, we want to wrap, a little piece of artwork. And then they put it on everything, bro.
Yeah.
Milk that artwork for all it's worth. But look at our art, though.
You definitely get your value for money with the wrap artwork. I'm going to say that. If you're out there in your business and you think about getting a wrap artwork, you will definitely get value for money because you can use it on everything.
Some of these Corys that are doing wrap artworks, you need a hot slap because they're making me shame. At what point is orange fluoro like a part of like cultural paint for artwork? Get out of my face, bruh. I can't deal with it.
There's a lot of people differentiating themselves now with the colors and stuff. So
some of the stories they come up with for them artworks too, I'm like,
they're deadly.
Not deadly. They're gam, and some of them are like, it could be like.
I'm saying they're deadly. How they can come up with the story out of anything, like how they link electrical mining company. The coal they bring from the ground is blah 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 blah. I'm like, come on now.
It's like a bank. And it's like, the commitment, these two circles represent the coins and the people. Like, what do you mean, bro? Get out of my life.
Yeah, there's some things that we can't make stories from. I'm sorry.
There's no traditional word for money. Get out of my face. So, there's that. I think raps, I don't know. Will they be around for a long time? Well, is this it?
I think they'll be around for a little while, but I think they are being phased out. I think there's the next level after rap. So I think people are.
What's the next stage once your rap's done? Like if you're a company and you've done like the beginner stage, I can't remember what that beginner stage is called.
There's 4 stages. Like reflect,
okay, come on, tell me what the 4.
Reflect, innovate.
That's
stretch,
right, stretch, and then there's.
And then I can never remember the last one.
The next level is like we're leveled up blackness. Like what is that stage? I can't remember, but so you reckon like at some point they'll be phased out?
Yeah. I think for me they're like a stepping stone for organizations to try to work out what they're doing. Then once they work out what they're doing, they're like, so this is just the work. Okay, then we don't need this
okay, this should just be normal, right?
Yeah, like it's just you should be there before we get to level 4. Like it should be just like, this is just the work. We don't need a company to tell us what to do now. We have we have people. And
can I say, no disrespect to the mob and the NT, but if I see Garma Fest as a rap target another company, that's my red flag. If you know, bro.
Send me there though. I'm happy to add that to
me. But come on. If you don't like work in that area, like if you're not servicing that area, but you still got it as like your rap target for your company and you've never been there, you don't do business there, and you're going there for cultural immersion or whatever you're putting it down as your rap target, don't be gammon. You want the photo opportunity.
Yeah, you want to go see some deadly culture.
You want to see the Prime Minister there. All the CEOs love going there.
Yeah, they love it.
Anyway, that is my hill that I'm willing to die on. Raps are red flags. There you go. I said it.
I've got one. I can't remember how you feel on this. It's a much lighter subject, but I was writing some down. And I really don't understand how people are against this, but pineapple absolutely belongs on pizza.
Oh, 100%.
I like it in fried rice. I think it's Thai people put it in fried rice.
Pineapple
Like,
fried rice.
I don't know what pineapple can't go on. I don't understand
Okay. Maybe not a pie.
Oh no! I mean, yeah, if it's not a dessert pie, but
Yeah.
just
Okay. No.
sprinkle it
Yeah.
on
I'm talking about a savory pie.
yeah, maybe not a savory pie. You're right.
Yeah.
But pizza, you can put it in. It's just such a delicious fruit, like pineapple. it's.
I have
it
pineapple
goes-
juice in my juice cup right now. That's how I
yeah.
roll. So
Yeah.
you're saying the hill you're willing to die on is that pineapple pieces belong on pizza?
Yeah, they belong on pizza and anywhere else you want to put them because it is other than mangoes. I reckon pineapple is my second favorite fruit.
It's so good. You know, when I was in Italy, I know I love just saying that. What a big noted dog. You know, when I was in Italy.
I'm gonna start doing a bingo card.
You remember when I went to Italy, when I was in the middle of Rome and I was eating pizza in Sardinia? If it's blasphemy, you would never even ask for it.
Yeah. I'm 100% understand that it's cultural
But-
appropriation, and I do apologize to my Italian friends and family.
Yeah. But in saying that, okay, when I was eating the delicious pizza, which I'm telling you, every pizza in Italy is 10 out of 10, right?
Yes.
But what could have made it an 11 out of 10? Just
Was
a little
pineapple.
bit of pineapple, a little bit of sweetness. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Whoever thought about that? I don't know if they actually thought of it in Hawaii because
who
Hawaii
did?
grows pineapples, but holy smokes, that was
Who
an
came
amazing
up with it?
idea. I don't
Like,
know.
who was the dog that went bacon, cheese, and
pineapple.
pineapple? That's a jam. I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Whoever it
Yeah.
was, hats off.
You know who I'm gonna go and rewrite history here, but I'm assuming that they were a weed smoker
yeah,
and they were
100%.
neurodivergent because
Out of the box.
when you do those things, your brain just thinks differently, and when you have neurodiversity, you're just like,
Yeah.
I'll try this. This is a
What,
so
what do I think about this little combination right here?
yeah, you see
Okay.
different things. So I'm just gonna say it was a neurodivergent weed smoker. And I'm like, I'm gonna do this now, and then it was amazing because I've eaten some random things back in the good old days when I used to partake in those activities, and
Yeah.
none of them taste as good as pineapple on pizza.
It's pretty good, man. There's one place here that does traditional wood fire pizza, but they do a Hawaiian.
Yes.
So
give it
you're
to
not.
me.
It was, and they like proper load up the pineapple. They line up, and you're like, this is the best thing. And I've had, when you go on Tinder and things, when men have nothing else to write on their profile, that is their go-to.
Pineapple goes
Pineapple
on pizza?
belongs on pizza. You're like, really? Can we pick
Yeah.
something else? Because that's a
Yeah.
given. Okay, champ.
Yeah.
I've had people that will say no, it's not, and I reckon we'll probably get a few people listening to
Yep.
the podcast.
Yep. Slide into the
Slide in
the comment
DMs.
section.
Speaking of our socials, our TikTok is popping off. Just want to say,
Yes. Follow us. TikTok.
Give us
Case
a
of the
follow.
action.
we're getting a fair few video likes on a couple of videos, a couple of comments from
Yeah.
some racists on our last one. We talked about the protest. That's fun. So
yeah.
get us out on the socials and let us know if you put the pineapple on the pizza.
I don't think there'd be a controversial thing between us, but I wasn't sure because
I don't know.
you
It
do
is.
have the spectrum stuff. So,
Hey,
sometimes,
leave my tisms alone, all right?
Sometimes autism is what says people like, no, I can never do
Yeah,
that.
this
So
is true.
I don't know because there's not too much that I wouldn't eat if I'm honest.
Chooch. Okay, that's
Good
we'll
ways and bad ways. Thank you very much. Yo.
and that's where we'll end this episode. Laters, cuz.
Gotcha.